you
This
through the
conference will
latest
now be recorded.
and walk you through the Grafana features, components, tools, how to use it, and then I'll walk you through how to what are the prerequisites for Grafana Prometheus, and also I will walk you through how to deploy a sample application on the any one of the leading cloud service providers, so that you will be having hands-on. Let me share my screen.
Your voice is still faint. Eh?
Sorry, Christian.
Your voice is kind of faint.
Hello, hello.
Can,
About now?
can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, yes. About me?
Yeah, I say your
Hey,
voice
Christian.
is kind of faint.
Hello. Right now?
Yeah, if you can speak louder, please.
Hello. Is it
Yeah, I
bigger
can
now?
hear you better. Yeah, it's better now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, as I said, I will. I hope you enjoyed the session yesterday. So having said that, I will be taking you to the Grafana in and out, and on top of it, Prometheus as well. So today I will be kind of like walking you through how to navigate the different features of Grafana, and also like the Prometheus, and how to what are the prerequisites to install Grafana in the Prometheus. Let me share my screen. Hope it is visible.
Yes.
Okay, thanks. Uh, Basically, Grafana comes in Grafana Cloud comes in like 15 days trial. So there are multiple ways where you can interact with Grafana. But right now, I will just help you to how to uh, you know um, install a Grafana Cloud or register to Grafana Cloud, which is a SaaS-based offering, which comes with 15 days. And also, like you can launch Grafana from the Kubernetes, okay, so which I was kind of like walking you through. So we'll work on these two different approaches. So let me. So initially, uh, so basically, I'll create a new instance. How it looks like. So, so this is the very first page where you can land on it, and then no credit card is required because for other tools Google Cloud or whatever they will ask it here. So no need to just click on this create free account. So you can just kind of log in through with the Google ID. So it will send you one activation link. So where you need to just click on that. So uh,
Your voice is not coming.
hello,
It's not audible.
hello. How about now?
Actually, it is very low. Means yesterday also there was some issue, but still today also it's not coming properly. It's not audible.
Hello. How about now? Actually, I'm close to the headphones only. I'm not sure. How
Can you
about now?
check your volume to see?
Actually, it
Let me
means
check one.
very closely need to listen that what we are saying. Other means voice is coming, but it is too much low.
Hello. How about now?
Still, it is as it is.
Hello. Hello. How about now? Hello.
This conference will now be recorded.
So once you have this tag name, or you can just change it also. So what I will do, I will reach Grafana Labs. Grafana Labs did, and you can see like whatever these are the like SaaS where they are having Grafana agents deployed on it. So these will be like available. We can choose any one of it, but there will be no latency. Whatever the location you kind of like choose, all the locations have the same the speed. So once you're done, you can just finishing setup. So it will take a minute or two to just set up all your details, like come up with alert manager, um, and at the same time tempo, Loki. So this is the very first page you will getting into it. So this is a very the default page. Okay, so it will give you some guidelines. If you click on a the create dashboard. Okay, so create your own. There will be some pre-built dashboards which it will help give you some the overview. Suppose if you are very new to a dashboarding part, and if you wanted to kind of like build a Linux dashboard or infrastructure dashboard, database or the Docker related, okay, and the Node.js where they are the React. So those kind of like the guidelines which will be given. Suppose if you just click on this Prometheus dashboard, uh, it will just give you these details. Set the Prometheus metrics to Grafana Cloud or query your local Prometheus. Okay, so here you can just click this agent. Okay, so these and all like certain features are available where you can able to create a dashboard. So if I go to home, we will come to know like once we'll be going to there. So this is a very first dashboard. Oh, sorry, this is a very home page where it will be given like the welcome to Grafana Cloud. So this is about the trial version. You'll have like what are the stacks available. So if you just click the stacks, you will land on this page which I was explaining yesterday. So here, these things can give you different components: the Grafana, Prometheus, Loki, Graphite, alerts, and tempo. Suppose if I use these details, right? So here it uses this is an endpoint. Okay, so which we will be giving into the YAML file so that once you have this Prometheus deployed, the node exporter deployed on your particular server, you have to attach this endpoint so that it will start, the pulling the metrics, and then it will send it to, Grafana. So this is kind of like, the framework which we kind of follow to attach the YAML file so that you'll be getting into this. And the Grafana key, right? If you want to just generate a Grafana key, yeah. So here I will just say that Isha Grafana key. So here it will be like roles tool because we wanted to publish the metrics, right? So you need to just click and create API key. So this will be generated, the API key. So then based on that, you got to go there, in the Prometheus and add to that. So that is another way of doing it. In the same Loki, so this is also kind of like used. We need to install the Promptail agent. So this is the way like to download the Promptail agent so that it will sit on, inside the server, and it will help to push the logs to Loki. From there, it will come and send it to the Grafana. So this about the the stacks and what are the users it is available. Again, it will take you to this. So right now, like there is only one user, so we can add the users here. Keep on this adding the numbers, which it will take. And what are the API keys? So which we recently created. So these are the API keys. So this is the one. And coming to the billing. So basically, it goes on like the metrics base. Initially, you'll be getting like 1,50,000 metrics. By default, you'll be getting as the consumption is like over. So then you could kind of see like how these metrics is, and this billable dashboard, which will help in order to speak with the customer success meet, during the weekly call with the Grafana team, where you can just explain them. So this is the consumption of it. So whether need to, increase the usage or increase the metrics consumption or whatever it is. So those sort of discussions, which kind of help when you have this billing dashboard, in place. So this is about this billing, and this is a single pane glass where it will give you like what are the recent alerts available and what are the dashboards. If I just take you to the all alerts, you will land on the alerts page. Okay, so this is about the alerts room, where you need to like take whether you wanted to take an alerts from the Tempo or from Loki or from Prometheus, and how you wanted to create that. You need to create an alerts rule. Okay, so here you need to give an alert rule, then Loki alert. So then you have to just kind of like mention what is the metric you wanted to do, because right now we don't have any metrics to that. As we move on, we will be kind of like the creating the metrics, and what are the labels you are on it, and how you wanted to, like, these are the logical operands, and what is the value you are using, whether you wanted to go with the baselining or the static value. CPU usage is greater than 90. So all those thresholds, like, which we kind of like adding it here. And what are the functions here, and how you, and how you wanted to elevate this Grafana via Grafana cloud, and what are the details you wanted to give. is there any run book? As I was telling, like this run book is kind of like having some set of instructions which it is given to like uh, make out make out the system normal. Suppose if there is a disk maxed out, so where you return some set of instructions to go to run the run book on particular server, and then it bring it back to normal. So there you need to give those run book URL and the notifications how you wanted to just kind of like do the notification. Uh, this is about the contact points, whether you wanted to have it on the email or any other communication channel, and if you wanted to build any notification template. Notification template is nothing but so there you will be having some JSON template where this can be used for default if there is a similar set of notification you are doing it. So it will not like you don't need to do any duplication. And the notification policies. These are the notification policies which and you wanted to use the mute timing if there is any outages going on, or maybe if there is any um, uh, you know um, from switching from one data center to another data center or the failover. So at that time, like you wanted to suppress the alerts for quite some time, so then you can do that. So these are like few things which we'll go to later next. And coming to here, this is the dashboards. So where I was telling, there will be some default dashboards are available. Billing dashboards, metrics, this cloud log exports, and you have usage insights, data source, alert manager. So here you will be having like alerts because sometimes the customer or the business team they wanted to see like, hey Sagar or whoever it is. So I just wanted to have a quick look at how many alerts are configured and how many are like active and how this, the troubleshooting has been taken care of. Okay, so having said that, if customer wanted to build such kind of dashboards, and this will helpful. And this is the one. And coming to here, and there are also the reports which if you wanted to like the scheduler reports on maybe monthly weekly where the business teams wanted to look at the business KPIs. Yesterday I was just telling like as the best practices uh, we kind of use the log analytics or the transaction analytics which will help in order to build the business KPIs. Right? So at that time, the leadership team wanted to have a top level dashboards to be seen. At the time, you can just create a dashboards and you can bring in, create a report. Then you can bring in the dashboard, connect to this report so that this will be like published timely. And there are some settings. You just kind of do that how you wanted to do branding and images and everything, the font color. So it will appear like as a beautiful the PDF format. And if come to here on the top towards top and right side, okay, so this is the logo. And this is if you can just click on these three lines. So these are like options available. Home, and these are the start is nothing but these are the favorites, which you don't need to browse through all the way. Once you select a particular item, then just click the start so that you can is quickly accessible. And this is in dashboards, which I was kind of like explaining. So these playlist and these things we will just go in detail once we go there. And this is an explore option. Okay, so where you can just kind of like explore here, and you can write some queries here. Okay, so right now we don't have anything. So here, no, here we just kind of right. Either we can add it here or you can do it here. So this is the latest version they have added here. So this is about this will give you to run the log query or whatever it is. Suppose if you wanted to run the tempo, the traces, so where you can just select what is the resource service name, what are the tags you have given. So which the tags which will play major role, for the fast troubleshooting or maybe for the fast fetching of data. So that's where like if you look at an AppDynamics and the Dynatrace, we follow like tag and follow mechanism. So once you tag for a particular service, web service request, host, web application, process, or whatever it is. Okay, so during building the dashboards, so they will quickly go there and they bring it up. Okay, you don't need to go to the particular host every time. So this tag is nothing but a similar set of the resources perform the same operation. So at that time you can just group them under a single tag, and then you can make them enable and just show the value whatever the tag it is having. So that's why like here also it will just play the major role, but it's kind of like a little different. So one is like the span, where it is the span is nothing but the span ID, the trace ID. These will help in order to the troubleshoot for a particular uh, operation or maybe particular functionality is not working well. So you can take a trace ID. Then from there, you can have like build a waterfall model or maybe the chronological view, so that it will take you to the till last class and method where it has been called, so that the total deviation of the particular request has got damage. Okay. So those sort of troubleshooting mechanism you can easily perform with help of the distributed traces. Okay, so this will like we will just explore it once we reach there. And these are about alerts which we discussed about. And so this is about kind of like a new feature which they have added, where this helps in order to do the performance, the testing for this. And this is observability. So observability is nothing but where it's purely related to the cloud native operations, where if you wanted to get a the glimpse or the insights of the Kubernetes, how you are going to do that. So okay, all those details like which we will be getting this. This is basically like how you are going to deploy it on a Kubernetes, and all those details will be getting dashboards, alerts, efficiency, configuration, all those details which we will be getting into it. So once you have this Kubernetes configured, it is similar to like AppD, and it's where they will differentiate. So you get a cluster details, and you'll get a nodes which are like under the particular cluster, and what are the dashboards. So these will be, this separately dedicated to the cloud native, to Google Cloud, whatever the clouds we are having. So to build the insights and correlate those visibility. So these can be, visible from the observability standpoint. And the synthetic, so as we know, like the synthetic is nothing but it is playing a major role nowadays in the the observability world. So where it will check every time, the monitor every 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever it is. So then immediately if anything is found to be anomaly, so then immediately it will just raise an alert. Okay. So basically there will be the two types of synthetic agents checks will be there. Uh, One is kind of like a private synthetic, where suppose if the banks or maybe the federal unions, where they don't want to expose their services to be the validate their availability outside the world. So at that time, what happens? This Grafana will provide the synthetic private agent. Okay, so where the customers have to buy this one, so that they have their own data centers where they wanted to monitor the availability from the particular location. So at the time, what they're going to do, will just help them to deploy this synthetic private agent. So once it is available, so once you bring up, once you put up that system, so then it will start, the serving the synthetic checks. So once you have that, so this just tag the particular URL to that, whichever the major journeys or major URLs the customer like keen about to do the synthetic availability, you can do that. And suppose another one is like the hosted synthetic hosted agent. So this is kind of like a public, public hosted. There are like some there will be like this, Grafana is having like 10 to 15 synthetic agents hosted available because they have just entered into they are new baby in the town, so they are working on it like to the bring up the more agents so that they can compete with AppD and Dynamics. To take AppD, then it is they are nearly having 25 to 30 synthetic hosted agents where they can validate the URLs on the cloud. So they're working on that sort of the uh, hosted agents to become more. So that is about this synthetic monitoring, where it will help in order to quickly help to identify the issue, then take the immediate action. So for this also it is having a dashboards, and what are the synthetic checks is nothing but whether you wanted to have private or Grafana, and these are the the probes where you can just set it up, and there are related alerts config. And this front end is nothing but this is related to the end user monitoring, because if you wanted to build an end-to-end the observability platform, you have to have like measure the front-end analytics. Okay, so you don't know like where exactly the issue, because once you navigate to the uh, particular request during to the downstream systems middleware and all those, everything is fine, but only the issue is coming up from the front end where the React JS or the native JS services, they are not working properly to send the request from the browser, from the mobile, or from the tab, whoever the customer is like accessing your application. Let's say federal application or the banking application, or whatever it is. So what's happening is like, so there might be some issue with the content delivery network, or maybe there will be an issue with the DOM, document object model, where it is taking some time to load the CSS page, or style sheet issue, or there may be an HTML download issue, or maybe there may be the issue for downloading a component from browser to the content delivery network. Then it will hit to the downstream system. Okay, so to connect these dots, right, you have to have like a front end monitoring also need to be developed. So that's where this front end analytics comes in, where the customer has to the purchase the license separately, so that once you have this synthetic check, the front end, and the agent level licenses and the infrastructure level licenses, so that it is quietly easy in order to like build an end-to-end monitoring. So that's where like this the front end will help in order to build this, and there is like some quite a documentation is available where you can kind of like access this one. Then going back to so basically, this is add new connection. Earlier, it was a kind of like an integration. So now they have just removed and added as a add new connection. So here, this will help in order to connect your Grafana with the different systems. Like you wanted to, the measure the performance from the open telemetry, or maybe the Elasticsearch. You want to connect this with Elasticsearch, and you want to connect with Apache databases, or whatever it is, whatever the the third party systems where you are not able to measure the performance. That's where this, the Grafana will help in order to go your connections and do that. So this is about, the connections. And coming to apps, this is something like, the plugins where it is available in order to do the custom instrumentation. You can just have, add, you can write your own plugins instead of going to do the integrate with third party systems. If you know how to write extensions, this will help in order to write extensions and attach it here. That is about. And coming to this administration, basically we can focus on these users and the teams. These like users where I was talking about, there are the three types of users will be there: editor, viewer, and an admin. So editor is kind of like he'll be kind of like a middle level person. The user where he don't have completely like a full-fledged admin role, but he will act kind of like an admin. Viewer is something where we are working closely with the developer, and he is like started deploying the code. Then we wanted to validate the performance. So we will give like viewer role to him, so that he will just go and check how his application has been deployed. So here you can just the create a team. Okay. So let us say, performance testing. I'll just give some email ID. So here we'll create a team so that here we'll have a people they can start accessing this one. So first we will create these teams. Then you can just
So
add the people. Yeah.
just a question. So with Teams now, is that when you want to like uh link it like to Teams? Oh, Teams, is it like to
No,
create
no,
like
no.
a
It
group
is
of
a
people?
group. Is a
A
group
group.
actually. The group. Yeah.
Okay.
It is that in the integration of the teams will come into the alerts one. So where it will give you like it will
Oh,
ask about
okay.
a webhook URL, where you
Okay.
kind of take a webhook URL and try to hook it into Grafana, so that as soon as there is an alert triggers, it will directly drop into the Teams or Slack or whatever it is, whatever the third party the notification channel you used. This is kind of like basically the type of the people we wanted to use it to Grafana, and what kind of the role we are going to give it here. So that's about that it will talk about the users and the groups. Teams is nothing but a group. Um, so basically, this is about the service account, where in order to build an authentication, which will use it. Basically, these kind of the things, once you have like enterprise console in place, and if you wanted to like optimize the access and everything during that places, so, the people kind of use this one. And this is authentication. Either you can access this authentication using AD Active Directory. Suppose you have a service accounts configured, security accounts configured in Azure. Okay. Suppose if I take to here, this is Okay, because basically this is a trial version, so we'll not be having any access. So generally, what happens like there will be Azure security. Let me bring it up. Just yeah. So what happens is like you'll land at the security groups. One option will be there under the security groups. The administrator will create your name along with your email ID, so that what roles will fall under. So what happens is like you no need to log in the Grafana via email. You can directly log in with Microsoft administration, Microsoft authentication. So that what happens the moment you log into that, you will kind of like you can view about what the permissions you are having it. So generally, the administrator will create, three different types of the security groups. One is like administrator, viewer, and the editor. Okay, so whatever the role you are falling under that security group, so depending upon that, you'll be able to access the features. But right now, it is kind of like a SAML authentication. It is something like we just logged in via email ID. But there will be like different types of authentications, which we will find it on the main page. So right now, like I will just the give an access for you guys. If you guys can just drop me your mail IDs so that I'll just okay. Yeah, maybe after the session, if you guys can just drop your email so that you guys can directly access this Grafana. So this will be available for 15 days. So we will be using this one to play around to see the multiple options. And if you look at on the towards top right, okay, and so these are the like the different options. And here you can see like you can directly jump into no need to go all the way here left hand side. So whatever you wanted to do, like suppose if I wanted to do the dashboard, okay, you can directly just type one or two letters. So with three letters, it will take you to the particular dashboard. So this is like easily quick search to navigate to the particular option. And suppose no boss, I don't want to do that. I don't have any time. Okay, so directly you can just click here on the plus button so that you land on the dashboard. Okay, so you can just click add visualization. Suppose if I wanted to add this default one. Okay. So you just kind of land it here and just click discard so that it will just remove. And this will give you some helpline. Okay, and this is about the blog. If you have any doubts of if you wanted to what's going on right now, you have all the live updates and all those details. And once you click on here, okay, so this will be kind of like a profile, which it will take you like what is the name and what type of the preferences you are having it. And if you wanted to change all the things, you can do that. And this is the name. What is the role? You are having it? And all those details it will be given. Organization right now it is an admin, and what are the sessions you're having, because right now I just logged in some time back. You can once you just click it, so you just log off this one. And coming to the notification history, if you have anything, so you'll just tell that your, your license consumption is going over, or your instance is loading, or it will something like will pop up on this. If you don't want it, you can just disable it here, so that it will just dismiss notifications. And this is about like kind of like sign out, where you will the come out of this. So once again, sign into Grafana. Yeah, so right now, like once you land on this home page, right? Because we have right now it's a SAML authentication while building the stack. So right now it is the version 10 we are using on it, and this is a Cloud Pro for the license. Well, suppose if you want to get any support here, but for the like for the 14 days, right? But still the people are able to access into it. If you run into any issues which it is not resolvable quickly, what you're gonna do is that you can just open up a support ticket where if you want to include your boss, you can just add it here, and you can just mention like what are the options, whether you are having an issue from the technical support or the security or the plugin is not working or the billing, like I got like the billing got the accessed. And in the technical support you can just see that whether you're having an issue with alerting, whether the integration is not happening, the plugins are not working and it is not loading properly, the agent is not deployed, and the on call is nothing but this is for the service intelligence, where it will automatically go and the make a call, and if you have any performance testing you can do, and you can just add a write here, and you need to follow this template, otherwise these people will not respond you. So what exactly what happened, and what was expected, and you got reproduced it, and what version right now you are using it, and what is the configuration. And you can add, if you have any attachments, you kind of like include this one, so that it will be taken. Yes. So this is about like our Grafana Labs main stack. You have API keys, access profiles. Then, if you want to if you want to create a ticket, you can just do that. By logging a support ticket. But what I was telling you, and the plugins, whatever the dashboard, suppose you are creating it, right? It will create everything. Basically, this is something like your admin profile or your own profile where you can see what you have done, you know, on the particular stack. And if you wanted to kind of see anything, or maybe the Kubernetes, the solutions, okay, it will just give you some guidelines here, the videos and all the relevant notes, where you don't know anything how to take it forward. Okay. So it is having like very user friendly, where like wherever you just stuck, you just go there under the solution, and you're having a learn. This is the learn, the documentation, you're having a tutorials, the workshop, so all this community forum. Okay, so if you in before logging a ticket, you just wanted to see if there is any similar things available. Okay, suppose if you have any doubts from the Grafana Loki, you can just go to here and you can just search it for it here. So suppose this guy says that there is how to install this, the Lambda prompt. So we have all those details, available, which is kind of like very user friendly, to just work on it with Grafana. Yeah. Okay. Uh, yeah, Christian, any questions? I see other guys are dropped off. I'm not sure.
Uh, I have no question for now, but I sent out my email for the
Okay.
user.
Uh, yeah, you want to give a try by sharing your screen so that I'll help you.
Let's see. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll just share. Let me make you present. Uh, yeah, make present. You can log in with any your personal IDs like Grafana. You can just click on Grafana Cloud,
So,
and, and just you can just go to grafana.com.
Can you see my screen now?
Sorry?
Can you see now?
Yeah, I'm able to see.
Sign in. I think I've used it
No, not
before.
signing. You're already created. Yeah, register.
I kind of go back.
Yeah, yeah. There in the down, create free account, right? In the below, left hand
Yeah,
side.
okay.
Yeah, just go back.
Yeah, it looks like I've used I
What
had
happened?
Grafana before.
Oh,
I've
okay.
I had a username with on that before. Let's see.
Yeah, yeah. You can use maybe different ID. Yeah, maybe you
Hmm.
can log in so that you can just click the
I
forgot
can't.
password. You'll be getting a new one.
Uh, let's remember my password.
Yeah, maybe you can click forgot password.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, you there.
there you got me. So where do I go from here?
Uh,
I think I might have like since last year. Let me see if I can still pull some things I did on Grafana.
yeah, maybe you can go to my account. Yeah. Oh, I think you need to update. It is. No, I think my account will take you to the details, tax, and all those details. You are not a
Sorry?
member of. No, start your free trial. I think the message is saying like you are not a member of an organization. Start your free trial right now. Just click on that. Yeah, now you try. Yeah, probably I think you are maybe part of some organizations, right? I
Yeah, I
think
think
yeah.
I used it briefly.
Okay,
Yeah, I used it briefly. I was pulling metrics from I
okay,
think
got it.
from Dynatrace, something like that.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Was it that? No, I think Sumo Logic.
Yeah, Sumo Logic. Okay.
Have you used Sumo Logic before?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I used it.
Mm.
I am a certified. I have done the two certifications.
Oh, that's cool. Did you sit for AWS certifications?
Uh, I have not done any AWS, but I have done in Google Cloud, and Azure.
Oh,
I'm Azure DevOps certified because more of whatever I worked on the project was kind of like all Azure and Google Cloud. So
oh,
to be
okay.
honest, I didn't get a chance, to do the certifications for
Oh,
AWS.
yeah, I did like the cloud